to some things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button. If you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really be that, because I'll be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know when I say y'all, you know I'm talking about y'all. You know I'm talking about y'all. Makes me that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me. Happy Saturday, tribe. I hope everyone is having a great day, great evening. Come on in. Sorry about the delay, you guys. I know some of y'all came over from El Teddy's, and I apologize for the delay, honey. I was having some technical difficulties over here. I had to restart my computer while I was setting everything up. So come on in, honey. Don't forget to get your Black Girl Vitamins, a discount code ReallyBTV. 20% off your first order. But let's get into it, you guys. Let's get into this. So we have a developing story. I've been hearing remnants of this. I've been hearing remnants of this story for a few days now. But I actually saw like a video on it the other day, and I was like, maybe I need to talk about this with the tribe. There's a couple of stories I want to come down here and talk to y'all about. Why does my face look so big? Is it me? But we're going to start with this one. So for those of you who are not familiar with the story, hold on. Hey, everybody coming in. I'm sorry. Everybody coming in. Come on in. Okay, I was reading something. Okay. Hey, Danny. What's up, boo? So let me delete this. So the story of a young lady on spring break with her friends. We're going to put friends in parentheses, or we're going to put friends in air quotes, because I don't know if these are really her friends, but we're going to put the friends in the air quotes. But she's on spring break with some of her friends, and they meet some guys. They hang out with the guys, and at some point during that evening, everybody else separated except for this young lady and one of the guys that she met. Now, let me just read y'all this article, and then we'll talk about it, okay? Let me just read y'all this article, and then we're gonna talk about it, because I want to make sure I'm getting the facts right. I don't want to get the facts wrong. So let me read y'all this article. It's coming from USA Today. We're gonna read through this article, and I'm gonna let y'all put y'all comments in the chat as we go through the article, honey. Y'all put y'all comments in the chat. All right, you just hearing about this story? Hey, Chuck, what's going on? Never going to the DR for a number of reasons. I know someone who was almost kidnapped there. Ooh, I got a friend that's going there. She already a little apprehensive. Ooh, she's already feeling apprehensive about going. So, All right, I'm gonna share this article with you guys. You got to vet your friends before you travel. If you go out together, you come home together. That was in our unofficial bill code. Baby, you already know how we rolled over to the Bennett College, honey. You already know how we rolled. Okay. Let me read through this article with you guys. Let's see here. And y'all know I'm gonna mess this lady's name up, so I'm gonna just give her. We're gonna call her by her initials, because y'all know I'm gonna mess this lady's name up. It's see, I don't even want to play the games. SK, we're gonna call her SK because I don't want to mispronounce this woman's name. SK, like many college students, escaped for spring break to the Caribbean nation of the Dominican Republic. She was staying at a beachfront resort until her disappearance. So the reason why I chose this article is because it has a timeline. There's a timeline in this article. And let me see when it was last updated. I also think it was updated. It was last updated at 7 o'clock yesterday morning, 7 a.m. March the 13th. So all right. Child. Hit it. Child, we gotta read this whole long introduction. The DR evokes an easygoing but sometimes dicey Caribbean atmosphere. Violent crime is low. That's exactly why the disappearance of a 20-year-old woman there inspires such fears. SK, a University of Pittsburgh student, went missing last Thursday in Punta Cana, a resort town on the eastern edge of the island. Her disappearance has left her parents devastated, sparked a media frenzy, a wide-ranging speculation over just what could have happened to the young woman who was last seen on a beach with a man about her age. Scores of searchers and volunteers have combed the island to look for any trace of her. It ain't looking good. Let me close that. Authorities deployed helicopters, drones, boats, and divers in an exhaustive search by sea, air, and land to find her. In the week since her disappearance... What the hell? Hold on, y'all. The article just disappeared. Hold on. What is going on? USA Today? What the hell? I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. Okay, yeah, there it is. I don't know why the article just disappeared. Okay. In the week since her disappearance, authorities deployed helicopters, drones, boats, and divers in an exhaustive search by sea, land, and air to find her. In the week since her disappearance, details have begun to emerge about the days and hours leading up to when she was last seen. Okay, so here's where the timeline begins, y'all. So let's follow the timeline, okay? Let's follow the timeline. That's why I have Natalie Holloway in my thumbnail, lovely Nola, because this is giving very much Natalie Holloway. Let me see if this is what I like. Let me see. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, it's giving very much Natalie Holloway vibes. Okay. Huh? Okay. Here we go. So let's look at this timeline. Sunday, March the 2nd, spring break officially begins at the University of Pittsburgh, where SK is a pre-med student and part of the class of 2026. So she's a junior. She's supposed to graduate next May. She arrives in Punta Cana with 5 girlfriends from Pittsburgh. Spring break is supposed to last a week according to a school schedule. So that's Monday, March the 3rd. She arrives. On Wednesday, March the 5th, a power outage begins at the resort where she is staying. Now, the power outage is a little important, you know. On Thursday, March the 6th, power is fully restored to the hotel, Rua Republicana. Yeah. Cameras capture several images of her around the hotel with her friends, her young guests. On Thursday, March the 6th at 3 a.m., surveillance footage shows SK and a group of other tourists, 5 women and 2 men, drinking in the resort lobby. A source with the Dominican National Police tells CNN. Thursday, March the 6th at 4:15 a.m., SK and the crew she is partying with head for the beach, according to local authorities. On Thursday, March the 6th at 4:17 a.m., 2 minutes later, cameras capture what might be the last recorded image of her as she's heading to the beach with the others. Thursday, March the 6th at 4:50 a.m., so about 45 minutes later, SK is seen for the last time before her disappearance. According to the Dominican Civil Defense, the missing persons posters, they describe her as 5'3" tall with black hair, brown eyes. She is wearing a brown bikini, big round earrings, a metal designer anklet on her right leg, yellow steel bracelets on her right wrist, and a multicolored beaded bracelet on her left wrist. On March the 6th, before sunrise, police say surveillance cameras captured 5 women and 1 man leaving the beach. SK apparently stayed behind with a man. So they were on the beach, and at sunrise, everybody left the beach, allegedly, apparently. Everybody that went to the beach at 4:40, at 4:17, left except for one guy at SK. Okay. That's according to what they telling us. Okay. March the 6th, sometime in the morning, surveillance shows the man that SK was with leaving the beach without her. It says apparently leaving the beach without her. So we're going to put that word in there, apparently. Apparently leaving the beach without her. Thursday, March the 6th, sometime in the evening, the Loudoun County Sheriff's Office in Virginia, where SK's family lives, says they were contacted about the disappearance. The Sheriff's Office immediately followed up with federal law enforcement, the U.S. Department of State, and authorities in the Dominican Republic. Sunday, March the 9th, SK's father calls for authorities to pivot from the assumption that she drowned and consider multiple options like kidnapping or abduction. I don't know why they assume she drowned. Why would y'all assume that the girl drowned at the beach if she was with a group of people and ain't nobody else say that she was at the beach, that she drowned? Like, wouldn't that be something that they would say, help, 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 she's in the water and we can't get her? Like, wouldn't that be something that they would say? But okay then. On Monday, March the 10th, the Dominican National Police announced they will re-interview those who were around her before her disappearance. Tuesday, March the 11th, authorities identified Joshua Ribe, a student at St. Cloud State University of Minnesota, as a person of interest in her disappearance. He is not considered a suspect. I don't understand why not. I don't understand why he wouldn't be. If it was Tyrone that was the last person that was with her, he would be considered a suspect. If it was Jatavius that was the last person with her, he would be considered a suspect. Why he just a person of interest? Okay. Let's keep going. We almost done with the timeline. Her disappearance marks a shocking turn in what was supposed to be a fun getaway with friends. In brief interviews, her father describes his daughter as a very nice girl, but is also ambitious. She is a 2022 graduate of Thomas Jefferson High School for Science and Technology in Alexandria, Virginia. I'm very familiar with that school. It is a very prestigious. They say prestigious. Lord, I couldn't get the word out. It is a very prestigious. It is a very prestigious. I don't know why that word would not come out my mouth. As she was pre-med at the University of Pittsburgh. For spring break, she wanted to have a nice break with her friends in Punta Cana. The family is originally from India and they live in Northern Virginia. They live in a Northern Virginia farm country. And you see an article here where it says that her disappearance echoes Natalie Holloway and it may be affecting travel. Now, let me say this. Yes, he's the one that stayed at the beach, Garden Rose. Yes, he's the one that stayed at the beach. So let me break this down. So that article, there's a few other details that I picked up. The next day, when she did not come back to her hotel, her friends did not immediately report her missing. Her friends actually went out on an excursion that they had paid for prior to. And when she didn't show up to the room, they just went on without her. Now, I'm going to go on and just tell y'all the truth, okay? I'm going to tell y'all the truth about some things. I, myself, have not always made the best decisions as it relates to my personal safety. I have I have probably put myself, I keep saying probably. I have put myself in a position that could have turned out worse, but for the grace of God. We're just going to go ahead and put that out there, right? Danny said, we both went to college together. Y'all know that's my little sis. We both went to Bennett College, and baby, we didn't play no games. When we were going out on a date with somebody for the first time, oh baby, we got named. I remember this before you could take screenshots and stuff. We used to write down people's license plate, make and model of their car. We used to be like, call us if you decide to go back to his apartment, you better call us, let us know what apartment he live in. Like, we put things in motion. Now, even with all of those things we put in motion, God forbid, if somebody wanted to do something to us, they would have done it. My friends just would have had the information for the police to find me. We're just going to call a thing a thing. We're just going to be honest and call a thing a thing. You see what I'm saying? However, you mean to tell me you was out spring break, partying with your friends, y'all met some guys. It's not unusual for one person to be interested in another person, and y'all decide to go off to the side and have a little private conversation. Y'all was down at the beach, and some of y'all decided to go back to the hotel, and me and old boy decided we was gonna flirt a little bit longer. It's spring break. We probably had some drinks. We laughing, we giggling, we having a good time. Listen, I'm not gonna sit here and side eye her friends for that, because I could easily see how that could have went down. My issue is the next day. Baby, when her ass wasn't back at that hotel, we're not going nowhere until we find her. I don't know why this thing is so big today. Like, my face look like it is huge right now. And I don't understand why. Why is my face so big right now? Why is it doing that? What is going on? I'm sorry, y'all. That's why. Okay, I was trying to figure out, why is this thing so big today? Okay, so because again, remember, this happened at 4:00 in the morning. So they didn't all separate until 5:00 in the morning. But baby, if we had enough energy to get our ass up, take a shower, and get dressed to go on an excursion, we had enough energy to take our ass down to that front desk and say, ding, 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 ding. We don't know where our friend is. She walked off. Because, see, I'm going to have the guys' names. Because, see, this the difference. I'm going to know these. I'm going to have their names. And nowadays, you can screenshot. I'd have been like, I need to see your ID. Before I leave you with her, I need to screenshot your driver's license. Yes. And I'm serious. Matter of fact, whatever you got with you, passport, driver's license, whichever one, whatever ID you have on you right now, me and this phone, we about to click it. And y'all might think I'm being ridiculous or I'm lying. I swear, I promise you I'm not. I promise you I ain't lying. I promise you I ain't lying. Now, if we were on, now for those of you that's going on the cruise with us, now if we on the cruise, I might relax a little bit because we on a ship in the middle of the ocean. I might relax a little bit, but I'm still going to look at, I need to see your ship and sail card. I need to know what room you're in. Yeah. I need to see your ship and sail card before I leave you here at this bar with her. I need to know who you are. Now, again, I'm not talking about if we all just having a good time and we drinking and we we bar hopping and stuff. I'm talking about you and my friend decided that y'all are going to separate from us and go to a secluded part of this ship and by yourselves. I don't know you. So I need to see your sip and sail card and I need your room number. Yes, I do. Now, once I get that information, you can go on about your business. I don't care. Have a good time. You see what I'm saying? And I don't care if you 30 or 60. It's the same rules. The next morning when I woke my ass up, We not going nowhere until I find her. And I'm going to know their name, and I'm going to know what resort they're staying in, and I'm going to know their room number. And when I go down to the front desk, I'm going to say, we need to call the po-po because I got his passport number too. Were those people at the beach the same people she went on? No. So yes and no. She was with the people she went on the trip with, and they met a group of people. They met some guys. So yeah, she was with her friends that she went on the trip with, and then they met some guys and they all hung out. And then at a certain point, SK, the one that's missing right now, her and the guy, what's his name? Ribe. What did I say that boy name was? Jason Ribe, Justin, Jason, whatever. They decided they wanted to go have a little, moment. And they was on the beach by themselves. And especially, do y'all know how dark the beach gets at night? Bitch, I don't care if you at a resort. I don't care where you are. Do you know how dark the beach gets at night? Hell no. I know people have disappeared on ships also. I'm just talking about what I would or wouldn't do. I'm just telling you how my mindset would think. Because I ain't going to sit here and lie to y'all and make it seem like I would be that vigilant on a ship. Because I wouldn't. I'm just telling you the truth. I know people come up missing on ships. I know they do, y'all. But I'm telling you how my mind would think. I would think we on this ship. I mean, you can go overboard, sure. And like I said, something can happen, sure. But we're going to know where to start. Let me not call you the next morning and you don't answer your phone and let me knock on your door and you don't answer that door. Oh yeah. I'm going right down to customer service. I need an all call for so-and-so. They didn't come back to their room last night and it's the last person they was with. Right here. I need you to do the all call on the intercom and then I need somebody to knock on this number, this door right here. Who's their room attendant? I've been on the beach at night. Hold on, let me see. I've been on the beach at night in another country. Wait a minute. Oh, no, wait a minute. It keep moving. Sorry, y'all. I almost lost my group at night on the beach. I've been on the beach at night, haven't gotten in the water, though. Baby, and let me tell you something, too. That's the other thing, too. High tide come in at night. So that's why, again, when they said, when the father, the way that on the timeline, when the father was like, well, we want them to change the investigation from a possible drowning to something else. My first question, I'm like, who said it was a drowning? Like, why have y'all, when y'all talk to that boy, is that what that boy's saying? Is the boy saying that she walked into the water and never came out? Because then, see, one story gonna lead me to more questions. If you telling me that she went into that water and she didn't come out, well, who did you tell? Did you run into the resort and say, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, she didn't went in the water and I can't find her, I lost her? If you saying you left her there by yourself, why? Why would you leave her? Why? What did you do? Was she angry? Was she upset? Was she crying? Why would you leave her by herself at the beach? See, I got questions. I got questions. It's giving very Natalie Holloway to me. Very Natalie Holloway to me. And let me tell you something. They knew that boy had unalived that girl years ago. They knew that boy had unalived that girl. Just me said whatever was done, he did it. I'm not laughing at the possibility of that young lady not being with us. I'm just laughing at the way I read it in my head. She didn't have one good friend. Listen, let me tell y'all something. Oh, that's a good question. Work in Progress said, what about her phone? That's a good question. That is a good question. What did they have? Right. Where was the last ping on her phone? Do you have Find My Location on your phone? That's a good question. Let me see if I can find another article. That was what one article is. Let me try to find another article, see if we can get some more information, honey. Let's see if we can get some more information. Let's see. Because I like that article because it had the timeline. But let me see if we can find. Oh, this one was updated 3 hours ago on People Magazine. You know, People Magazine going to probably give us a little more of the salacious stuff. Let's see what People Magazine talking about. Oh, wait a minute. Interpol? Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. USA Today. Hold on. What that say? USA Today said what? Hold on, y'all. Let's see what USA. Interpol issues global alert in search for missing college students. Oh, they put a global alert. That was 2 days ago, child. That was 2 days ago. Y'all know that girl ain't left that island. You ain't got to put no global alert. She is there. She's... Okay. The parents of Joshua Robb. Now, Joshua is the boy that is a person of interest. The American tourist who was named as a person of interest in the Dominican Republic disappearance of University of Pittsburgh student SK said their son had been detained under irregular conditions. See, here we go with these parents. Here we go with the parents. Been detained under irregular conditions. Okay, then. Rob, I'm going to just call him Rob, 22, who hasn't been accused of or charged with the crime, was recently named a person of interest by the Loudoun County Sheriff's Office in Virginia after SK was last seen on a beach in the Republican. The man's parents have since released a statement shared by Pittsburgh ABC affiliate expressing their deep sorrow and solidarity with SK's family as they explained that their son had fully cooperated in the search and clarification of the facts from the very beginning. Okay, so I guess they're going to say the facts are wrong. So let's keep reading. Here we go with this. Then detailing their concern related to his questioning. The parents continued, despite his full willingness to cooperate, Josh has been detained under irregular conditions and subjected to extensive questioning without the presence of official translators or legal counsel until Wednesday, March the 12th. He has remained in his hotel room under police surveillance and has been repeatedly taken to the police station since March the 6th, where he has been interrogated for long hours. The situation has raised serious concern within his family, which has led us to retain legal counsel to initiate legal actions, ensuring his safety and the protection of his rights throughout this process. Joshua is a student at St. Cloud State University in Minnesota. His parents identified as Albert and Tina also confirmed that in the statement. Okay, that's his parents' name. SK was a part of a group of 6 female students traveling for spring break this month. Source close to the investigation said her clothes were discovered on a Chase lounge on the beach. So her... They said there were no signs of foul play detected. So she just running around the Dominican Republic naked? And I'm not saying this to be funny, y'all. This is how my brain is processing this information. So how you going to say that you found her clothes, but you never found her, but there are no signs of foul play? So she just running around naked somewhere? No, Cindy, that's the last thing they saw her in was her swimsuit. So if they found her bikini on the lounge chair, that's what I'm saying. They said the last thing that she was seen in was a bikini. So if the bikini was found on that lounge chair, that means she's naked, correct? Am I misunderstanding? Am I misinterpreting the information? Let me keep reading this article. This is from People. Joshua remained in custody as of March the 13th when the source told People that he was still at the hotel that he was holidaying in and remains at the disposal of the Dominican and U.S. authorities for further clarification. The same day, the Loudoun County Sheriff's Office told People that he is not a suspect and is still considered a person of interest, as he may have been the last one to see her. A prosecutor's office source previously claimed that Joshua's story changed over the course of 4 interrogations. He maintains that he first met her at the hotel where they stayed and had been partying together with friends. We are keeping all avenues of investigation open, but at this time, we have no concrete elements that could lead us to believe that foul play was involved. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so this is basically the same information, but I'm going to just read what it says. 6 of the 8 could be, okay. According to a source close to the investigation, SK and 7 others left their hotel for a beach walk around 4:15 a.m. After having drinks. Later, 6 of the 8 could be seen returning on security footage shot around 5:55 a.m. Investigators determined that Joshua returned to the hotel around 9 a.m. So that's approximately 4 hours, give or take, 3 to 4 hours. His friends later reported her missing to hotel staff at 4 p.m. that day. Following her disappearance, the Dominican National Police said an exhaustive search was launched by sea, air, and land. I'm confusion. Now, they said that he done changed his story multiple times over 4 different interrogations. I'm confusion about why they're saying that there's no foul play detected. I don't understand that. What do y'all think happened to her? And I swear I'm not trying to be funny, y'all. What do they think happened to her? It said her okay. The article said, let me roll back up here. Hold on. It said it says right here. Right here it says SK was part of a group of 6 female students traveling for spring break this month. A source close to the investigation said her clothes were discovered on a Chase lounge on the beach. So I don't know if you're just coming in, but I read an article. I've already read one article on the USA Today, from USA Today, where they gave us a timeline. On the timeline, it said the poster, the missing poster, it said that she was last seen wearing a brown bikini. So what I'm saying is, if the last thing that she was seen in was a brown bikini, and they're saying that they found her clothes, then it must be the bikini. They didn't say nothing about a cover up. And y'all can be adding stuff because y'all be trying to make squares fit into circles. They said the last thing that girl that was seen wearing was a brown bikini. And then they said that her clothes, which would be that brown bikini, was found on the Chase lounge chair. When is that powerful? What are the dates? Can you slide me those dates? Hit me up in the inbox, because I it's at the end of this month or something like that, right? Let me know what the dates are, please. Hey, Can't Stop. Hey, boo. Welcome. Garden Rose says something is off. I guess Joshua could have left her on the beach. She could have gone for a swim after he left and drowned, but I don't know. And again, we don't know what stories he's been, because they said that he's changed his story. So that might be one of the stories he was telling her. Kawali, you adding stuff to the story. Nobody said nothing about a dress. Why do you keep wanting to put more clothes that ain't there? In the video, when they're going to the beach, she has on a white cover up. Well, I'm just telling you, the missing poster say she was last seen in a brown bikini. They say her clothes, plural. Listen, I hear what you interpret it your way. I'm going to interpret it my way. When they say her clothes, plural, were found, then what I'm hearing is the last thing she was in. Now, if it was just a cover-up, I don't see where a cover-up would be. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know. I want to know what this boy is telling the popo. That's what I want to know. They say he's changed his story. So maybe that was one of his stories, is that she wanted to go for a swim and he left her there to go swimming. That clearly is one of the stories that he's telling if the police were thinking that this was a drowning. Police say they're investigating her phone records and she isn't known to excessively drink. Well, I'm not gonna put a lot of weight on that, Danny, because when people go on vacation, I'll use myself as an example. When people go on vacation, they may drink more than they normally would drink. So I'm not gonna put too much weight on she's not an excessive drinker, because I'm not an excessive drinker when I ain't on vacation. Not anymore. Now, when I was younger, that might be a little different. But nowadays, I very rarely drink. And unless I'm out with friends or something like that, or or I'm on vacation or something. So I ain't really gonna put too much weight. It was spring break. She's a college student, child. Yeah, I ain't gonna put too much weight on. She don't drink that much. I don't know. I ain't put too much weight on that. The NBC nightly news reported. Hold on, let me scroll back up. That they were hit by a wave and he struggled to get out, but didn't see her and didn't report. See, that's the part. See, that's where, and I thank you, Danny. See, that's where I get confusion. If that is what happened, why you didn't run your ass as fast as you could and go get some damn help? See what I'm saying? You went back to your hotel and went to sleep. No, sir. They said the different stories could be different translators sharing the story. Mm-hmm. I read they were in the water kissing. Hold on, child. I read they were in the water kissing and a wave hit them, and he said he thought they got out of the water and left. You ain't know she wasn't behind you? See, that's the shit I'm talking about. Really be, this guy said they both was in the water and he felt sick, so he got out and laid down, and he said she was knee deep in the water. When he woke up, she was gone. He lying. He said that he was seasick and he fell asleep in the lounger. I don't believe that. Yeah, we're gonna all be drunk on the cruise. Well, I ain't gonna speak for y'all. I'm gonna speak for me. So let me say this. This again, I would believe his story if he acted like something had happened. Okay, so let me do this. Let me put a pin in the clothes thing. Okay. Let me put a pin in that, because I don't want to get too deep into it. Let me put a pin in the clothes thing. Let's say it was just her cover up found on the lounge and she was in her bikini. I believe they might have gotten the water. I believe that they might have been kissing. I believe all of those things. You know what I'm saying? I believe all of those things. Do, right? My problem is, if that happened, why wasn't your reaction to go get help? Let's say the story about them kissing in the water and her, and y'all getting, and she what? Why you ain't gonna say, oh my gosh, where is she? She's not behind me. I can't find her. Right. We got 5 stories in this chat. And I understand that a lot of people are reading a lot of different articles and getting a lot of different information, but I want to know what they said. I want to read the official report. What he tell them people? Because again, his response should have been to go get some help. Now, the story about him fell asleep, he got seasick and then he fell asleep on the lounge, and when he woke up, she wasn't there. If that was the story he told the first time and he stuck to that story, that is a story that I could say, okay, well, then I would understand why when you woke up, you didn't see her. You went back to your hotel, you didn't say nothing. But this story about us kissing and the waves, and I got out the water and I thought she was behind me. Now, I don't know if that's a true story or not, but if that's what he said, baby, come on now. That don't even make no sense. Vintage said don't even matter what he said because he lied. Vintage said, I don't care. I don't care what he's saying. He lied. I believe he wanted to. She didn't, and he did what he did. He lied. him not getting help is what really put the... See, that's what it is for me, Just Me. And Just Me, I saw your question. I'm going to answer it in a second about the cruise. That is what I believe, honestly. It's the lack of urgency for me. And it's the lack of urgency on her friends. Now, let me say this. I don't think her friends had anything to do with what happened to her. I honestly don't. However, I do question how they chose to handle it. I do question how they chose to handle it. I don't think her friends had anything to do with this. But I don't understand how you get your ass up and you go on an excursion and your girl ain't make it back to the hotel. One band, one sound. I wish the hell I would. Take my ass on they probably just went on a party boat and got drunk all over again, or got on some jet skis or something. Y'all know them excursions at them resorts is the same shit, different day. I wish like hell I would. Wait, her friends took her phone? Interesting. I don't know why I Chuck, you already know we ain't gonna play that game. You already know we not gonna play the game. So wait a minute. Now okay, see, I don't know why. Why would they take her phone? No, ma'am. Hey, O Street. Hey, boo. I wonder if they if they or he was on some other drugs, and that's why he chose or didn't have the mental capacity to get up. Maybe they might have been high. I believe that they were probably drunk. I believe that they were liking each other, and I believe that maybe they got to maybe kissing and touching, and maybe she ain't wanted to go as far as he wanted it to go, and maybe it made a left turn. I do believe that more happened than what I believe he know more than what he's saying. And here's what I found interesting in that last article. I'm gonna keep telling y'all, we had this same conversation with the Shanquella Robinson piece. Y'all are going to stop going to these other countries and acting like every country run like the United States of America. To hear his parents make it seem like they didn't read, that they're mistreating his son, and well, they're not doing this and they're not doing that, and they're violating and they're detaining. Ma'am, he is in a totally different country. They do not run by the same rules that we run by. He is in the Dominican Republic. They have their own set of rules, their own constitution, their own laws. I really wish Americans would stop being so freaking arrogant and act like everybody's country runs like our country runs. Hell, they taking our rights away. Every time I look up, they taking another right away. And you got these parents up in Minnesota acting like they're treating their 22-year-old child so badly. Ma'am, they're detaining they've had police surveillance on him the whole time. He's a person of interest and a missing person. They ain't found that person yet. So yeah, the police at the hotel. Yeah. The police there. They had a whole TV show. I forgot what channel used to come on. They had a whole TV show. They used to call it Locked Up in a Foreign Country or Locked Up Overseas or something like that. And they would talk about people that did things and got locked up in another country and what locked up abroad. That's it, C Golden. Thank you, boo. Locked up abroad. Y'all better go and get you a subscription. Y'all better go get y'all a subscription to Locked Up Abroad and learn you some things. And some of y'all might get some act right when y'all go to these other countries. Y'all remember years ago, and this happened years ago because I think I was either in high school or college, when that boy went over to Singapore and he acted a fool in Singapore and he got convicted, and his punishment was he had to get them lashes. What was it? He had to be flogged a certain number of times, and everybody in the United States were in uproar. Oh my gosh, he has to get flogged. He was in another country and he broke the law in that country. And that was the penalty for breaking the law. And I think he did something like threw a cigarette butt on the ground. It was something real basic. I mean, it really was something that was like, but baby, it was against the law in that country. Gum. Thank you, Mo Walker. It was gum. He threw some gum on the ground. And them popos wrapped him up and sentenced him. He had to get a certain, like 13 lashes or something. It was something. And so this boy is over in the Dominican Republic. And he is a person of interest in a missing person. So I don't, you know, the best thing y'all can do is get him an attorney and let the attorney that know the laws of the Dominican handle it. But y'all gonna stop. When I say y'all, you know what I mean, y'all. Y'all gonna stop going over to these other countries and acting like everybody run like the United States. Everybody does not. Work in progress saying a lot of people don't like Americans anyway in these other countries. And they like us less and less with each passing day. I'm going to say that again for the people in the back. They like us less and less. Thanks to that dumpy pants. Y'all, we're going to have to keep an eye on this. Because I really don't want to read too many stories, because just like with Shanquella Robinson, the more you read, the more information you get. And it's not always accurate information. And then stuff starts getting blurred. So that's why I honestly did not read a lot of different articles. I read USA Today. I watched the video that I stumbled into. And I think I read another article. Because honestly, you guys, I don't want to get caught up in, because a lot of it we end up finding out later it's just not true. Because all it takes is for one person to write a story and 15 people pick up that story, and now it becomes a fact. And then we get back to the beginning and be like, that's not what happened. So I hear a lot of y'all are saying stuff in the chat, and I'm not questioning y'all's information. I'm not questioning your source. But that's why I did not read a lot of different articles, because you start getting into the minutia. And again, I remember Shanquella Robinson, child. We had so many different stories, and then a lot of that stuff wasn't true. A lot of it came to pass that it was not accurate. So I want to hear what the official statement is that this young man. I'm gonna tell you what I want to know. I want to read the transcripts, and I probably will never get this information, but I would like to read the transcripts from her friends. What did they tell the police? I want to know the exact timeline, because even though it says that they didn't alert authorities until 4:00, now we do know they went on that excursion. They did do that. But when did y'all tell the front desk? Did y'all go knock on the boy's door if y'all was staying in the same hotel? Did you know the name? Did you find it? Like, what other stuff did y'all do? Because maybe they did do some other stuff that we don't know about. But I'm still side-eyeing y'all ass for going on that damn excursion. But that's another conversation for another day. I want to know what they said. I want to know their interviews. And I want to know what this boy said in all of his interviews, first, second, third, and fourth. And I understand that things do get lost in translation. I get that. Things do get lost in translation. You sent me the NBC News article. Okay, hold on. Where'd you send it, Danny? Oh, never mind. As soon as I opened up my phone, it was right there. Okay, let's read this article. What to know. This is coming from NBC. What to know about the search for missing Pitt student. I'm trying to skip through the stuff we already know. Multiple international agencies have been searching for her since she disappeared. Hold on. Where'd it go? Hold on. Oh, right there. Okay. Biology student. She traveled South a cappella group. She is in the South Asian Fusion a cappella group. Oh, okay. She disappeared at 4:15. Friends left the beach, but she stayed behind with people she met on the trip. Security videos show her and her friends entering the beach area. Okay. Loudoun County, Monday. Okay. Returned to the hotel about 40 minutes. And as she stayed with the others whom she met and who were not friends from college. So now it's making it seem like she was with more people than just him. Okay. One of the last people who had contact with her said that, okay, this is what you were talking about, that a wave hit them while they were on the beach and caused some kind of situation. See, that's what I need. What do you mean cause some kind of situation? What's the situation? What do you mean it caused some kind of situation? He was on vacation too. He goes to the University of St. Cloud in Minnesota. Okay, and it caused some kind of situation. Dominican President Luis Abinader said at a news conference Monday, citing local reports. Abinader said at the time that authorities were trying to piece together what happened. Her friends went on an excursion Thursday and did not realize she had disappeared until they returned. About 12 hours later. Y'all ain't text. Y'all ain't call. Y'all ain't screenshot. Y'all ain't FaceTime. Y'all ain't leave a voice note. Y'all ain't say, hey, girl, sorry we missed you. Hey, girl, are you hungover? Do you need us to bring you something back to the room? Hey, girl, like, I need to see the phone records too, because I need to know when they call, how much they call, how often they called, and what they said when they called. Let me keep reading. Damn excursion 12 hours later. You lost your mother freaking mind. The Loudoun County Sheriff's Office was then notified of her disappearance. National Police launched a search effort on Friday. We already know about the drones and stuff. Friends were supposed to return to the United States on Friday, but stayed back to aid in the search. I bet they did. The hotel said that the beach access is always open and security guards are stationed around the hotel and in that area. Okay, let me see here. Multiple agencies, U.S. Coast Guard, University of Pittsburgh, the Indian Embassy. Child, they got the Indian Embassy. Okay. All right, her family is in Punta Cana now. No, they returned to Virginia. They went, but they returned. Okay. Okay, there were no signs of blood or violence found on the beach. They studying the water movement to see where her body may come up if she did drown. A hotel spokesperson said there were red flags out that night, which would indicate that there was a strong current and very high waves. Y'all know to pay attention to those flags too. When y'all go to the these resorts and go these places, y'all better pay attention to the flags. Because when they put those flags up to let y'all know if the water is safe to get in. They said that the red flags were up that night. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, they were moving from the resort to the beach. Officials are also looking into her phone texts. We're going on the presumption that she is still alive. We want to make sure we're exhausting every possible lead we can, and we feel we're doing that. Person of interest been identified. Okay. Not the same thing as a suspect. National Police Thursday, they do not have to use term. Last person to see her alive. Waist deep. Okay, here's the part. He told local investigators that they were on the beach in waist deep water, walking and kissing a little, according to a transcript of the interview that NBC News had taken. So NBC News got the transcript. Okay, so which means that it's available. I want to read it. Then a wave crashed, sweeping them both out to sea. I kept trying to get her to breathe. Wait, what? I kept trying to get her to breathe, but that didn't allow me to breathe at the same time. And I swallowed a lot of water, he said. He told local authorities that he used to work as a lifeguard and that he made sure to get them back to shore. That's when she disappeared, he said. The last time I saw her, I asked her if she was okay. I didn't hear her answer. I looked around and didn't see anyone. I thought she grabbed her things and left. Sir. I'm sorry, what? So y'all was walking along the beach kissing. A wave swept y'all away. You were trying to get her to breathe. But getting her to breathe didn't help you breathe. So you had to stop helping her. But you helped her get on. But both of y'all made it back to land. Y'all both made it back on the beach. And you thought that she just picked up her shit and left. She didn't say bye. She didn't say thank you for saving my life. She didn't say, oh my God, that was so scary. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. She just picked up her shit and left. Sir. It don't make no damn sense. And y'all know what I tell y'all all the time. Judge Judy said, if it don't make sense, it ain't true. That shit didn't make no sense to me. And if her clothes were found on the beach, even if it was just her cover-up, and he's only a person of interest. See, if that had been Tyrone would already be in handcuffs. Sir, what? Abby said, that sounds like Rose trying to explain why there wasn't enough room on that door. Shut up, Abby. Ma'am, sir. Sir, that... And I do need some clarification on the phone situation. Somebody said that her friends had her phone, which still doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't. First of all, what millennial separates from their phone? Number one, what millennial? We have to pry phones out of these millennials' hands, kicking and screaming for 5 minutes. What? It's not millennials. I know this not the whatever this age group is, whatever the 20-year-olds are. Who is not taking their phone? You just met Gen Z. Thank you, Cindy. You just met this cute boy, and you about to go off on a walk on the beach, right, with him at 4 a.m. So y'all was going to watch the sun. He probably hit you with some slick. We're gonna watch the sunrise together. You mean to tell me you didn't bring your phone so you could take a picture of the sun, a picture of you, selfies, y'all in the water? Girl, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Vintage say, I'm 54 and you got a product phone from my hands. Me too, probably. Me too. Most of the time, me too. Like, it don't even make no sense to me that, because listen, I know, y'all, listen, I have to say this for legal purposes. In my opinion, that boy lying. In my opinion. I got to say it's in my opinion. That boy lying. He know what happened to that girl. Now, I ain't going to say that he did anything to her. I'm going to say he know what happened to her. And maybe it really was, they were out there and it was an accident. The wave came. But Why wouldn't you tell some? I don't understand. See, that's the part. See, listen, I said that at the beginning, and I'm gonna stick with that. It's how you're handling it is the part I don't get. It's how you're handling it, sir. Even if it was truly an accident, y'all were out there, the waves swept you away. Even if it was truly an accident, how you just go back to your room and go back like everything was normal? Because he probably left her and saved himself. But you know what, Bap? And this is going to be real. This is going to sound real callous, what I'm getting ready to say. But listen, don't nobody know that but him and her. And if she's gone, he's the hero. Oh my God, I really tried to save her. See, that's when you put on the waterworks. That's when you run your ass in that hotel crying. And that's when you sit there and be like, I tried. It was too much. The waves were too much. If the red flag was already up, oh my gosh, the waves, I tried. We thought we could handle it. 1 minute we were walking along the beach. The next minute a wave swept us away. You see what I'm saying? Y'all, we're gonna have to just keep an eye out for some updates on this story. It's, you know, she's a person of color, so they're not gonna give her the same coverage that they gave Natalie. So, you know, they're gonna talk about it for a few days and then they're gonna forget about it because, you know, y'all know how they do. But we're gonna keep up on this because I want to know what he said. I want to read the statement that the NBC News got. And I want to hear what her friends have to say. I want to know what the friends said to the Popo. I don't want to see the friends in no interview crying and boo-hooing, talking about, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my God. I don't want to see none of that shit. I want to know what they told the police down to the Dominican. I want to know what that boy done said down to the Dominican. Okay? Somebody said that they test for seawater in his lungs. Lord, y'all. Ooh, yeah. Okay. All right, y'all. Now, somebody, just me, are you still here, boo? Just me? Was it just me that asked about the cruise? Just me, if you here, I'm about to give y'all this cruise information. Now, it's 200 of y'all in this chat. If y'all can hit that like button, and if you're new here, subscribe, please, and thank you so much. For those of you that didn't get the information already, baby, we are going on the ship. We getting now. This might not be the best time to announce a trip, but baby, we're not gonna leave you. We don't play them games, okay? We're going on a cruise in February of 2026. We are going February the 6th through the 9th, which is Super Bowl weekend. We are going on the Utopia of the Seas, which is which is under the Royal Caribbean line. We're leaving out of Port Canaveral, that's in Orlando, going to Nassau, perfect day at Coco Cay, and we coming back home. So it's a good little 3-day trip. If you're a first-time cruiser, that's a perfect little trip to see if you like it, see if you want to expand yourself to a 5-day, 7-day, 10-day type of cruise. We have reserved ocean view balconies, and we have reserved interior rooms. You can stay in the other rooms. It's just that if you choose to book, when you call, hold on, let me take the banner down. When you call, you just need to tell them you want a different room. Excuse me. They should be able to give you that room. I know one of the people that booked with us, I think they were, I don't know. I don't think that they understood or whatever, but they ended up booking a room. But if you want a Central Park, if you want a Central Park, Lord have mercy. I'm sorry. Hold on, Simone. I'm gonna get to that in a second. They have Central Park. They have looking over the boardwalk, and of course they have. So that's the phone number. You need to call that number that's at the bottom of the screen for bookings. That's group sales. So you have to call the group sales number, and you have to give them our group number, which is also at the bottom of the screen. And the name of the group is Tribe Bowl. TRIBEBOWL. Tribe Bowl. So I definitely look forward to all of you guys being there. Yes, honey. Yes, Central. Yeah, if you want a Central Park balcony or boardwalk, um, or any of the other rooms, you can still book it under our group, but it won't be one of the rooms that we reserve because we reserve those particular rooms. But you can definitely book those also. Yeah, it's about a 5-minute phone call. And if you call, I know when Ravine called, they told her it would be a 30-minute wait, but they usually give you that option. If you want to call back, you give, how some companies will say, the wait is going to be this long, but if you want us to call you back, and that's what I did. And they called me back. They told me it would be like a 20-minute wait, but they called me back in like 10. So that's what I did. Tracy says she doing boardwalk because she want to watch the people and talk about them. Abby's got a balcony. I have a balcony. I don't want to tell everybody that's booked without them. They don't care about y'all knowing. But we've got about 5 or 6 books, 5 or 6 rooms booked. So for everybody that's already booked, thank you so much. For people that are interested in going, if you want me to send you this flyer, reach out to me on Instagram. I can send it to you. I can email it or drop it to you on Instagram. It was on my community wall, but after a while, we got to scroll down. So I'll have to put it back at the top. And when I get off of here, I'm going to do the flyer for Books and Bourbon with the group and everything. I mean, with the package and everything on it and the hotel link. But if you were already in the group Books and Bourbon, you have the link to hold your hotel room. We did find a hotel for the cruise. I don't want to give y'all too much information at one time, but we did find a hotel. It'll be a Hyatt. And right now, their rates are really, really, really good. So if y'all want the information, I'll put that on my community wall as well. So y'all can call the hotel and go ahead and book your room. Like I said before, if you guys, anybody that stays at the hotel where I'm staying, anybody that stays at the hotel where I'm staying the day before the cruise, I will make sure I will pay your transportation to the ship. So if you're staying at the Hyatt with me, then I will cover your transportation to the ship. I will cover your transportation to the ship. Abby says she called on Wednesday afternoon. The wait time was less than 2 minutes. Yeah, I know somebody else called on Friday and they was on hold. That's when it was a long hold. So it definitely also depends on when you call as well. They have a peanut butter and jelly old fashioned. That's interesting. That's interesting. I'll put it on my community wall. Not a bougie Uber ride. Stay at the hotel. Listen, we gonna get to the ship now. We gonna get to the ship. Now, somebody mentioned something about the Black Girl Vitamins not having a phone number on their website if you have an issue. I wasn't aware that there wasn't a phone number, but I do know there's an email, and I have had to reach out to them a couple of times via email. And I was able to, and I was able to, there were 2 different times I had a situation. The first time they sent my order to the wrong address, which I don't know how that happened, but they sent my order to the wrong address and they sent me a replacement. No questions asked, no problems. The second time I had to call I wanted to ask them about, not call, but email. I needed to ask them a question about one of their products. And both times they were very responsive to me. I've even had to reach out to them as an affiliate to ask them a question. Remember when I thought you guys could use the discount code more than one time. They were very responsive. So I wasn't aware that there's no phone number, but there is an email address, and I've never had a problem with getting a response when I've emailed them. So I'm sorry if you had an issue that you needed to speak to them about, but I would reach out to them via email because they do have an email. It's a lot of sugar in them vitamins. I've lost 100 pounds. I ain't trying to regain it. I respect that. You did use their email. You didn't get a response. I'm sorry, Simone, that you didn't. Let me email them and let them know that somebody who used my affiliate code email and didn't get a response. If you want to send me your email address, and I'll include that in my email to them. Because again, I've emailed them before and I've always gotten a response. I'm sorry you didn't get a response. Yeah. And yeah, if you want to do that, send me a message on Instagram or email me with your email address and stuff, and I can put it in my email and let them know that, somebody that I've referred to them didn't, had an issue and didn't get a response. So, yeah. Something else I was going to say before we got off of here was something else about the cruise. I feel like I'm forgetting to say something else about the cruise. Oh, I did. And then we're going to get off of here. It's not any of those sites. I'm not on any of those sites, but I cleared it up. They messed up your debit card. Oh, I'm so sorry. You did clear it up. Okay. But I'm sorry you went through a situation. Listen, I'm all about customer service now. If the customer service ain't good, then it ain't no thing for me to stop recommending them. You know what I mean? So I'm sorry that was your experience though. I thank you for supporting it, but for supporting the company, but I'm sorry that was your experience. So the last thing I'm gonna say about the cruise is that rate on the flyer is good through thank you, Simone. Thank you, boo. That rate on the flyer is good through April the 4th. You can still book the cruise after April the 4th. I just can't guarantee those prices. Those are the prices they gave us, and those prices are locked in for 30 days. So we set it up on March the 4th, even though I wasn't able to get you guys the information for a couple of days, but we set it up on March the 4th. So those rates are good through April the 4th. Now, we may be able to negotiate some extra time. I just can't promise that would happen. And again, as long as the ship isn't sold out, you can book. You can book anytime you want as long as the ship isn't sold out. And as long as you have our group number, they'll put you with our group. But I just can't guarantee those prices. So no pressure. But I'm just telling you, April the 4th is the last day for those prices. And I'll let you guys know we were able to negotiate more time. But as of right now, it's April the 4th. So that's about 2 more weeks. All right, y'all, let me get off of here. At 5:30, El Teddy will be hosting the RuPaul's Drag Race. So if y'all want to get the synopsis, the breakdown of this week's episode down to the RuPaul, we'll be at El Teddy's house at 5:30. At some point before I go to bed tonight, we're going to do Power. I don't know when, because right now I'm about to do that Books and Bourbon flyer that I told y'all I was going to do. And I'm going to do Tracy, I'm gonna talk to you offline about that. Yeah, because I said I'm gonna do that flyer and I'm about to eat me some crab legs. So okay, boo. You said I'm going to book this cruise for this cruise. We'll talk offline because there must be a reason why you planning to do it that way. And I'm gonna see if okay, Danny. And I'll find out what your reason is because you might have a reason for doing it that way. All right, y'all. I'm about to get off of here. Mwah! Talk to y'all later. Oh, yes, just me. You better get over there, honey. Get that. Better binge watch that Behind the Gates. Get caught up with us.